Good morning YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. More specifically, welcome back to the series The Launder Legacy. If you are new here, this is a series where I myself, Connor Launder, a 17-year-old bodybuilder, is documenting his journey, my journey, to competing for the first time in 2020. If you like the sound of that and you want to follow my journey, click subscribe, join the family. It'd be very welcome to join us. Today, as you can tell by the title, we're going over how to set up your own training program and what you need to know to do so. So if you like the sound of that, click the like button and sit back, relax and enjoy. Okay guys, so the first thing that I'm going to say that you do need to know when setting up your own training program or training split is how many days a week you are available to train. So this could be 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, whatever, but it's going to be tailored to you. So you're going to have to make that decision on your own. That can't be decided by the coach or by me or by anyone. This is down to you and what fits around your lifestyle with work, family, commitments, whatever. So I'm going to use me as an example throughout this video. So I can train 5 days a week. Once you choose that number, so 5 days, you will then decide like how long you've got to train. So like me, if you have unlimited time on a weekend, then that's fine. But if you've got only like an hour, then you're going to have to adapt your sessions to that, and the way you train, the methods of training that you use, and yeah, the frequency that you can choose during your whole program, your whole split. So obviously that will play a big factor in it. But then once you've just got those two things sorted, you also need to consider how far along the line you are in your bodybuilding or fitness career, your fitness journey. Like how experienced you are, how many years you've been training, stuff like that, because that will play a big factor in the way that you train and what you are training towards. So obviously keep that in mind. But yeah, apart from that, I've got to go get the train to London, so I've already given you some knowledge, but when I catch you later I'll give you some more.
I did all alright, had no need to fight tonight. Cast me far away, play these little games.
Right, so we made it to King's. Density day is about to go down. All the hairs come off, deadlifts going up. That's what's happening.
Them two.
That's what's happening. Obviously we got Messiah in the house as well. 300 kilo going up today?
Wait.
Nice, 230 for 5.
I want 300 kilo for 1. That's you.
That's me.
That's you.
Give me 6 months.
6 months.
It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
6 months, 300 kilo deadlift from the final. Yeah, that's on the internet now. Before we actually get into the workout, while I let the pre-workout kick in, I'm going to give you a second tip. So the second tip that I would say is finding exercises that you enjoy, because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to stick to it, and obviously sticking to it will help loads. Like if you don't stick to it, you're not going to grow, you're not going to progress. So obviously that's a major factor within building your own program. Right, so once you figured all that out, then you need to find your MEV, which is your minimum effective volume. Your minimum effective volume is the amount of, or the least amount of reps that you need to progress. So once you've found that, you can decide your rep ranges and what the minimum you need to do. Whilst finding this, you'll find your MARV, which is your maximum recoverable volume. So this is the amount of reps that you do that will, so say after a workout you feel a bit sore, that's probably your MRV. So the amount that you can do, but you can recover from it. If you go over this, then it's going to hinder your progression because you won't be able to train to proper intensity in your next session. So once you find all these out, then you can sort out your rep ranges. And then once your rep ranges are sorted, with your exercises, how many days a week you can train, and how long the sessions are going to be, you've got most of the basics covered. Right, okay, so as you just saw, 140 moved very quickly for 1 rep. So I think that's going to be my last warm up. The next set will be the 6 to 10 reps. Gonna go for 150. See how it moves. If I can get more than 6, then ideal. But I'm not gonna settle for anything less than 6.
Let's go. Easy. 5. Easy. Up.
Is there any way to come on? Let's
Sus. Sus. Alright, we're going to do 150. If it moves easy for 1, then I'm just going to leave it at that and then go to 155. If it doesn't move easy for 1, then I'll carry on and keep going as a working set.
go on. Up.
Easy.
That's what we like to hear. That is what we like to hear.
So like,
I'll do 160.
do 160, yeah. I can't.
Let's go.
Let's go. Forward. Up. Drive. Up. Drive. Good. Up. And again. Oh yeah. And again. Let's go. Up. Good. And again. Drive. Good. Oh yeah. Up. Easy. Let's go. Good. One more. And again. Drive. Up. Good. One more. Let's go. Good. And again. Let's go. Drive. And again. Let's go. Up. Good.
Every weight was the same. When you get.
Oh, I feel like I burst my eyeball. Back off set now. 12 to 15 reps. Probably do like 120. Yeah, 120, 125, something like that. And then we move on. We've been deadlifting for a long time. Ooh. Ooh. I'm so knackered.
Take her if she choose, spend the bag for the shoes. Yeah, money looking right, make her bend like rules. Like I'm like a Mentos, she ain't fucking with her dude. I told her come spend the night. Psych! Yeah, yeah. Only fuck with you. Psych! Yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. Only fuck with you. Psych! Hey, only fuck with you. That's a thing. You can't even lay down at my crib. Ain't nobody did it how I did. Sauce like boiling crab with the shrimp. Whole shebang, know the gang. Tell me that I own the bay. My way, the only way. Lames, all they know is hate, but I'm not amused by them. They not my friend, not the one who follow trends. I do not miss, yeah. Fresh bouncing out the coupe. I'ma take her if she choose. Spend the bag for the shoes. Yeah, money looking right. Make her bend like rules. Like I'm like a Mentos. She ain't fucking with her dude. I told her come spend the night.
That's the end of the session. I'm absolutely finished. Like I genuinely feel sick. So the rest of the video is going to be filmed tomorrow because I don't want to talk anymore. Just want to go home. So I'll catch you tomorrow. What is up, guys? So it's now 3 days. Yeah, 3 days since that session. It took me about a day and a half, 2 days to recover from that training session. It weren't just a session, it was mixed with like I'm on the verge of having a cold but not, like it's crazy. So it weren't a good mix on my part. Like I shouldn't have pushed myself that far for that session. But whatever, we move on. Today is January the 1st, 2020. So happy New Year. I was gonna post this on New Year's Day, but obviously I didn't film it quick enough. So happy New Year. 2020 is gonna be your year. Your year watching this right now. you're going to go get your goals and you're going to smash it. But what I'm going to do for you right now is recap what I've already said in the video, go into a bit more detail and give you some more knowledge, and then yeah, you're set to build your 2020 training program. Cool. Alright, so let's recap first. First things you need to do, or need to know, or think about when building your program: how many days a week can you train? Once you've got that, how long are the sessions going to be? Yeah. After that, you need to choose the exercises and choose ones that you enjoy. And I'm preaching this like quite a lot, because if you choose exercises that you don't enjoy or that hurt you, like if your joints hurt, say for example a squat, if your knees, your ankles, or your hip joint, like if your joints hurt when you do the exercise, 1, get it checked. 2, if you don't enjoy it, then don't put it in your program, because you're not going to do it, you're not going to stick to it. And that's the whole point of a like an effective training program, being able to stick to it and progress in all areas of that program, because that's gonna, the little progressions that you do each session will lead up, and it's so much better if you do ones you enjoy, because you're gonna want to do it, you're gonna want to progress, and that's gonna make everything so much easier for you. So yeah, once you've chosen the exercises, then you need to think about the reps and the sets. Again, this is very like, say high reps, high sets might work for one person, low reps, high sets might work for someone, and there's so many. It could be. It's very personal to you, and it's down to opinion on what you believe works best. But again, I'm going to give you what my opinion is and what I think you should do to decide this for yourself. And I'm going to give you the best knowledge so that you can make this your own decision. So, 2 things that I touched on with this is the MEV, which is the minimal effective volume, which is the minimum amount of volume that you need to make gains. Okay, so the minimum amount of reps or sets. And I also touched on, I didn't really go into details, so I'll do that now. MRV, which is the maximal recoverable state. I always say that. Maximum recoverable volume. It's on the screen now, so just don't listen to me, just read it. Maximum recoverable volume. Okay, so this is the amount where if the volume is greater than your recovery, you're not going to be able to recover quick enough to train as efficient as you were in your last session, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you exceed it, you're not going to be able to recover for your next session. You're not going to be able to progress, and you're basically overdoing it. You're doing too much. So you need to find the sweet spot in between both. My next point for the training program to think about when you're making it is what you want to work on, and this will lead into the MEV and the MRV. What you want to work on and what you want to bring up, or just keep the same. So say for example, say for example you want to grow your back, like you see your back as a weak point. You're gonna want to put the reps and the sets up towards the end of the scale with the MRV. So you don't want to have the minimum, you want the maximum. You want the most you can get while still being able to recover. Whereas if you've got quite a strong chest, for example, you've got quite a strong chest and you think, I don't want to grow it anymore, I want to keep it the same, or like really small progression, but I don't want it, it's not a massive problem that I need to focus loads of my time on. You'll push a lot of the volume down towards the MEV, the minimum effective volume, onto that body part. So that will decide the sets and reps for each day that you train. So say if you do like a push-pull legs, or if you do a bro split, like arm day, chest day, back day, legs, whatever you choose to do, that's how you should decide. So the next thing that you do need to consider is deloads. So basically what a deload is like a purposeful reduction in your training. So volume and the intensity of your training will be dropped, and this can either be like a week to 10 days of no training, or you can still go to the gym and do the exact same movements that you would do, just drop the weight, drop the intensity, don't work at 100%, your weight should come down a lot, and just go through the movement, work the motor patterns. But what I did with my deloaders, I took it was 7 days. I had 7-day deload of no training, and honestly, when I came back, I felt amazing. It's like a mental break, it's a physical break. Nothing was stiff. I stretched every day. Recovery, it is a lifesaver with recovery. So these, you're gonna want to have a deload after every 8 to 10 weeks of training. Your training throughout the year needs to be in an undulating fashion. So you got to increase the volume, then pull it back again, i.e. the deload, and then after the deload, increase the volume. After that meso cycle of training, pull it back. This is the most efficient way, and this isn't just coming from me, this is coming from like knowledge from my coach that I know, knowledge from the internet. Like, there's loads of research that you can go and look at online from different studies. It's the most efficient way that you can train, by increasing, pull it back. That all year ain't gonna work for you. You have to do this. You have to bring it back every now and again, push it back, bring it back. Okay? It is the most efficient way of training, and progression will only increase. This now leads me on to my last point for building this this training program. Logbooking. This is the key ingredient to progression within the gym. If you're not like tracking your lifts and the numbers that you're getting each session, how are you gonna know? Like, people are like, oh, I can remember it. You're not, okay? So if you're writing it down, or there's apps that you can go on the App Store, if you've got like an Android or something, on the Play Store, whatever it's called, you can find these apps where you can log your lifts each session, and it can tell you what to do on that session. Or if you just like writing it down like I do, in these books you write down, I'll show you an example. So today on legs, on the hack squat, I got 5 reps with 160 kilos, okay? 5 reps, 160 kilos. So next week, I know not to up the weight, but to up the reps. So if I can get 7 reps, banging, on the money, that's what I want. I want to get 7 reps on the same weight, so that I can keep progressing until it becomes easy to get 8 to 10 reps on that weight, and then I know I'll up the weight. Right, okay guys, so we're going to end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that these tips do help and they do make sense. But in case you don't want to keep scrolling through the video to find the tips, and if you weren't taking notes throughout the video, should have, I'm going to put a screenshot for you on the screen in a minute, with all the tips that we've gone through today. So you can screenshot, so you've just got it in your camera roll, so that when you are writing out your program, you don't miss a single thing. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, it's on the screen. Don't forget to screenshot it right now. Sweet, okay, hopefully you did that. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe. All below, it takes 1 second of your time for each thing. So 2 seconds of your day. This video took me like a week to film. Took ages to edit, I think. Drop a like and subscribe, please. And drop a comment if you find everything helpful, or DM me, whatever. Who knows, you might even see Connorlaunderfitness training programs coming soon. Who said that? Thank you for watching the video. Drop a like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that jazz. Follow me on Instagram in the description. Catch you in the next episode. Peace.